What's up, everybody? What's going on? It's Simon, and you're watching Cryptechology. So, some of you guys may know or may not know that I've been studying blockchain development and I will become a blockchain master. So, in this episode of Cryptechology, I know we bounce around a lot of things. We're going to work on the next crypto investing guide course chapter, just giving people enough time to watch the first course. The second course will be on browser-based wallets and how to use cryptocurrencies, blockchain. So stay tuned for that course. Hope you enjoyed the NFT course. Ooh, I don't know if I released it or not, because I gotta double check. But all right, so in this episode, we're gonna talk about blockchain development and cryptography. Now, when it comes to cryptography, there's and blockchain and cryptocurrency, you're gonna hear a word called hash or hash rates or hash. Hash is a group of letters and numbers. All right. Um, and the best way to explain a hash function is just by showing you, instead of trying to explain it. So what we're gonna do here, this is called ETH build, and this is basically uh, block development. All right. So let's now there's a way to do this. The fast way to do this. I don't have the short keys, the hotkeys memorized just yet. But I will get them memorized. All right, but hash. This is basically what we're going to talk about. All right, hash. So we're going to have our input and our output. All right, but before we get into our output, this is our input, which is our text. Okay, and we're going to type in future self. Okay, so this is our text input. What do you think is going to happen on with this function? I'm gonna wait a second. Do you think that anything is gonna happen? Do you think that there's going to be an output? Do you know what the output will look like? Just to give you a hint, well, that output is going to be a hash. And this block right here is essentially it's a function. So this is the hash functions right in this block. If we go into the properties of it, I don't think it's gonna pull it up. But so now let's see what happens when I click on hash. Okay, so now, all right, so you see this green box right here, and it says string. Okay, this is a string. Now, the reason why this is a string and not a float is because a float is just a number, all right, or integer is just a number, or float is a decimal, a number with a decimal point, and integer is just a number. But here you can see we have a group of numbers and letters. Okay, so this group of numbers and letters is known as a hash. And the one thing about the hash function, and when it comes to cryptography, is that it's only one way. And what do I mean by that? Well, you can't go backwards to figure out the text. So just because I have hash string, I won't be able to figure out the text input from this hash string. And you can see that any changes that I make on the text, the hash changes. And not just a little bit, but it changes drastically. The entire hash changes. As I remove letters, you can see the entire hash changes. So it's always one way, no matter what. Even nothing. Even periods has its own hash. Even space has its own hash. Okay? So if I put the letter F here, you can see that we have, our first 6, okay? Now, let's see what happens when I put the lowercase f. Alright, now this is our first 6, okay? Now, let me see what happens when I go back to capital F. As you can see. Alright. Now, let's try this again. So we have A. Alright, try to remember. 3AC225. Alright, lowercase a. Say capital A. Obviously, it's a different hash. Okay. Now, let me go back to lowercase a. Let's see, does that 32? Yeah, 3AC225. Now, is the whole thing 32AC225? Okay. So B, C, D, E, A, 1, 12, 1, 1, that's 11, 1, so 11, let's go back to lowercase a. Alright, A. See, the hash changes so much. You have no idea what it is. So you can never go backwards. I drawn a blank on exactly what the word I'm looking for is. I don't want to draw a blank right now for it. I can't figure out what that word is that I'm looking for to break it down. Reverse engineer it, essentially. There we go. Now let's do we're just gonna add a little bit more to this example just for content's sake. Let's add a color, okay, and let's add, where's my other block? Substring. Okay. Now the substring is going to pull the data from the string. So exactly what it sounds like. So this is our string, and this is going to be our substring. And the substring, I'm going to want to pull the first 6 characters after 0x. So let's go back and put in FutureSELF. Alright, and then let's just pull up, let's see what happens. Alright, so crap. Alright, so this is going to be our string. Alright, so our start. So this is basically asking where do we start. So we're going to start after the second space. All right, so 0x after 2. Okay, we'll minimize that. And then we want to know what's the length, how many are we grabbing. So we wanted to grab 6. So this should come up in our string, all right, in our substring, all right, for our output. Okay, so that is the 6. Put that right there. And then we will have our output. All right, we'll have 2 outputs actually. Okay. Now, all right, whoops, there's something I did wrong. As you can see, it grabbed the characters, but it grabbed from the wrong substring. Whoopsies. Not from here. That's not what I meant to do. We need the hash. There we go. That's what we wanted. Okay. So what are we looking at right here? I was going to try to make this bigger, but this thing is not working for me right now, but that's fine. Okay, so what is it that we're looking at, and what do we see? So this is an example of the hash function and the substring, and then we're gonna pull in the length, which is the 6, and the start of our substring, the 2. So 2 space 2 places here after the 0x, and the color also signifies the output as well, based on our text input. So if we were to change our text input, our hash should change and the color should change. So let's see. Oh, and as you can see, as I delete and my text changes, the color changes. And not only does that change, so does my substring also changes as well. What can you utilize the hash function for? Well, there's a lot of things that you can utilize this hash function and this code block in your dApps or your applications. You can use this for essentially verification or signature verifications. You can even use it, as you can see. So now, all right, 5.1D. So then what we can do is you can have like a private code, right? Say if you create a smart contract, and that smart contract generates a website password every single day randomly. And what it would do, the smart contract will pull from a list, all right? It could be a user inputted list or just a list of random words, and essentially grab a text, all right, from that list. And once it grabs that text or that list, a substring is created, okay? And that substring is created. So what you can end up doing is create a smart contract that will check against the substring on your hash and say, oh, all right, they inputted such and such password. Now it's not going to be just a regular password, you see. So when you type in the text for the password to enter into, say, for example, a exclusive private membership only DAO or whatever, or decentralized application, right? You don't want a basic password that could essentially be guessed. You would want a unique password that changes every single day for your membership members. And what you can do is that for all the wallets that is associated with the membership, they could, um, you know, receive a transaction letting them know, hey, with the message stating that, this is this is the new this is the new password or whatever. So then you'll go to the website, or to the DApp rather, and you enter the DApp. It asks you to connect your wallet. You go and connect your wallet, and you sign your wallet to verify the transaction, and then, or the approve the contract. And then after that, you can have like a pop up for input, and at that time is where you'll input your password or passphrase, or entry phrase. Now you could just accept the passphrase for what it is, but you can do like another level of, I guess, security, and be like, all right, when they type in the password, it's we're going to utilize the hash function to then generate the string, and we want to verify this substring. And if this substring is correct, and then they gain access to the site. Now, if I said any of that incorrectly, or if I was missing out on something, or if you know of a better example, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you learned anything at all from this video, I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. Share this with your friends and family. We're going to go over a lot of different use cases. We're going to go over a lot of different I just realized that, like, look like my eyes were closed, but they're not. We're going to go over a lot of different things, but at the end of the day, the goal is that you learn something about blockchain or cryptocurrency after watching one of my videos. Sometimes we'll laugh and joke around. Sometimes we'll be serious and get straight to the point. Sometimes we'll just talk about nothing and then just have that conversation. That's actually what I'm most excited for. I finally got my setup ready for live. So stay tuned for the YouTube lives. We're gonna be streaming live, and then I want to talk to y'all. I want to talk to the community. I want to talk to whoever is that's been supporting my channel, has been subscribed to my channel, because I remember when I barely had 100 subscribers, and I was just like, wow, I don't even know if this is gonna be possible, or I don't even know if people are actually gonna care about anything that I say or talk about. Um, is this worth it? And now I'm at like approaching 800 subscribers, almost at that 1,000 mark, and it's just really amazing that when you put yourself out there, um, you know, it's difficult at first, and it's really uncomfortable, and you're just really unsure about how it's just gonna go. I have no idea if people like my channel or if they don't like my channel. I don't know if people vibe with it or they don't vibe with it. Um, so I'm not really trying to think about it like that. I just try to think about it like, you know, I want to make sure that you get some type of value from watching my videos. That's all. And you get, you get a little laugh too at the same time. You found that maybe, maybe you may know a topic already and you've heard it multiple times, but just hearing it one more time end up sparking that light, or turn on that light bulb, or maybe this is your quote unquote eat pie, to quote Men in Black, go eat pie. So whatever it is, thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for subscribing. And just as much as I'm here to help you to level up, um, I need you to help me to level up too. And the way you can do that is just by interacting with my channel, having conversations in the comment section, liking the videos. I didn't want to monetize in the beginning. I really wasn't concerned about doing that at all. Um, but now that it's just like, after just speaking to other content creators and other people that are doing this, they're making money off of my videos with or without me. Uh, you know, they might be running ads on this video right now, and I have no idea. So why should it go to them? You know what I mean? I didn't know that before. I didn't realize that before. And I kind of had like a bad or a negative perception on this whole monetization thing and whatever. And that was wrong with me. I was wrong. I didn't understand it at first, and I just thought it was a whole bunch of people just bullshitting and just being greedy. And there's a lot of that too, but there is also a lot of people that's providing good quality videos and good information, and at the same time, they aren't getting paid from the ads on their channel, whatever reason that may be. So, just to let you know, any proceeds or support or anything that I make from this channel will help to fund my company, PSB Advanced Technology. We're focused on the decentralized wireless network infrastructure build and reaching out to more and more hosts. So right now we are working on an amazing plan called the Value Pulse. That's really all that I can allow to talk to you about. But this tool will be able to help investors find the deal, and having the right funding to speed up that development process would be extremely helpful. But yeah, so maybe I should accept HNT donations. Who knows? But anyway, my name is Simon. I hope you learned something from this video. I really appreciate the support. Continue to grind, continue to work at whatever it is that you're doing. Never give up. Life is hard. There's multiple obstacles, and there's going to be constant challenges coming your way. To all my fellow entrepreneurs out there, I know what it's like, to grind and grind and grind and not see the fruits of your labor just yet. But just remember, it's not over. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I'm sure you've heard of that, that phrase being said to you multiple times. And I know it can probably get annoying, and you're just like, I get it. I'm supposed to be patient. I'm supposed to wait. I'm supposed to, be humble. I'm supposed to be, I know. It sucks. You don't want to hear that shit, right? Like, you want to fast forward. You want to start winning now. And there's actually something that I would totally recommend for you, because I'm with you. I'm on that boat too. Like, I get that whole strategy thing. I mean, not strategy, but like, I get that it's not a marathon, it's a sprint. I understand all of that. But at the same time, we feel like at least any of us that graduated in 2008 that entered into the workforce, into the world where there really wasn't much for us at that time. Like we feel, at least for me, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I have a lot to catch up on, and I think that's why a lot of us may seem very super assertive and impatient at times. Our passion can come off as maybe arrogance, or I don't know, whatever. But either way, don't mistake my kindness for weakness, and set yourself up with a long term, you know, strategy plan. All right, and at the same time, set yourself up with a couple short term wins. So you can satisfy both of those urges. You'll satisfy your long term goal because you'll invest. For example, like I invested in my company and building out this decentralized wireless network and IoT and hotspots. So that's a long term goal. It's gonna be a long process building out this network and then getting network users and then developing the applications and then educating the community on IoT sensors, and just explaining to people about how to use blockchain and cryptocurrency, browser based wallets, all of that. That's a long term play. And when I was trading my brokerage account, and I end up, getting a nice little come up. I invested a lot of that money into buying like mining equipment and into my company, my business, and I knew I was gonna get those. I wasn't gonna get those returns anytime soon, but I knew the returns was going to come, and that was my long term play. And it's still generating passive income every single day, every single month for me, and that was a good setup. But now that is running on its own and it doesn't require me to micromanage that process as much as I did before. I can delegate tasks now. That has freed up the ability to now focus on those short-term gains and those short-term strategies, those short-term wins, and you know whatever that short term for you is, figure it out, and set it up after your long term goal, and that will help appease both of those urges. So anyway, all right, this is getting super long. I'm trying to work on make my video shorter, more concise, and more to the point. And we're gonna start focusing on being a little bit more entertaining to y'all. So when you come to this channel, you can have a little laugh before you walk away. So head on over to dogelord.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and yeah, that's it. I'm Simon. This is Cryptechology. I open my eyes on another video. In this video, my eyes are closed because I don't know. Sometimes I like talking with my eyes closed. All right, y'all. Peace.